All right. Here we go. When I look at a swing, Landon, I'm looking at three main areas. Back leg, back arm, front side, okay? Back leg has two simple things it has to do. It has to get ready, which that happens when you shift your weight back or when that front foot comes up in the air. So that's the whole point of the step you're taking is to load that back leg. So the first thing the leg's got to do is got to load. The second thing it's got to do is got to press sideways to unload. And you see off the tee, you get a real nice, there's a real nice side. You see how sideways that is? Look how he's sideways too. Okay?
Talk about his foot, right?
I'm talking about the direction of the energy. Okay? So with your back leg, the back leg's got to do two things. Okay? Right before release, it's going to get ready, and every time it's going to go. That leg is going to get ready and go every pitch you see, no matter whether you swing or not. It's going to get ready and go every dang time. Okay? So he's got to get a better sense of, hey, I'm attacking this pitch. My footwork is going to be the same every time. It's going to get started at the same time, no matter how hard he's throwing. Now, it'll go a little sooner if he's throwing faster. We're going to get ready right before release every time, and we're going to go based on the speed of the pitch every time. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So this move off the tee is really good. So when we go back, it's loaded or it's ready, and then we go here or we unload. And we see a little bit of forward movement as it turns over. There are times when I watch Landon in here off the tee and the foot just spins. It doesn't drive. It turns instead of drive. So if we're throwing, if I'm making
You're talking about this foot here?
I'm talking about the back leg.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this. So if we make a throw, you know you're pushing hard at your target, and that foot's going to slide forward. And hitting, it's the same. We want to drive with it. We don't want to just spin with it.
Right.
So if I'm throwing, I don't just spin that foot. You drive first. Then when this foot plants, then the move becomes more rotational. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
He used to roll us.
Okay. So the back leg gets ready and it goes. That's why you're striding. Now, if we look at this one up here live, it's not as good. Why? Look at that. Look at all the weight go to his heel and the toe comes up. Watch it here in the upper left. Now the toe kicked up. Okay? All his weight's back on his heel. That's not a good direction of force. Okay? See how this one looks. This leg is more aggressive and going a little better, but at least we're not on our heel here. And that's pretty decent drive in the bottom left. I'll take that. I'll give that a B on contribution. Whereas this one up here in the top is that's an AA minus. That's not bad.
How about the one off
the tee? Yeah, the tee swing. So if you look at this back leg and compare the tee to what Adrian's doing, and it's highly similar. See how sideways we are there, Landon? Sideways, the move is sideways, and then the back foot turns over passively as it slides forward. Okay? And Adrian's foot even comes back to sideways after it lands, so you can tell he's really not forcing that thing to turn. Okay? That's all the back leg does. Two things. It's got to get ready and go. That's it, and it's a sideways deal. This one live isn't too bad. It's not too bad, but I don't like it as much as that's a B minus. That's an A minus. Okay. Let's move to the front side. That's all the back leg is. Here's part two, the front side. And really that front side, we want it to remain really sideways and square, meaning look how square his foot is here landing when he lands. His knee is still facing sideways to the camera. And look how nice that is off the tee. I was shocked that it was that good. Foot is square, knee facing the camera still, and the hips haven't opened, and your shoulders haven't opened. It's important for you to realize that late in the process. So that ball at this point, that ball is past halfway home, and you still haven't turned, okay? You're square, right? So quit trying to force your body to turn. Good hitters are still square at that point, okay? And we want that front side to remain really sideways and square. That's a wall we're driving into, okay? So let's see as we follow through. Keep going. He swings pretty darn good with the front side. We want to see this spine. Talk about the spine. We want it more tilted than turned. Okay? So see here live, I can almost see Landon's back. This one's not bad. And this one, we're really good. I see chest. I see him almost the same as Adrian here. So that's what I'm talking about here. If I'm looking at Landon's spine, that angle's not as good as Adrian's, but he's got tilt without the turn. Okay? And that was much better than I thought it was going to be. It really is. The swings he was taking off the tee today were better than sometimes he does when he comes in. Okay? So, summarize again. Back leg does two things. Gets ready and goes sideways. Front side, we're after tilt, not turn. That's about the simplest way I can put it. We don't want to turn the front foot. We don't want to turn the shoulders open. We want tilt, not turn. We want that front side locked in. Back arm. All right, and the back arm is really what controls the path of the ball. It's a side arm throw. We're going to take the barrel in our top hand, and we're going to throw the barrel. You just look at it. Look at the back arm. It's making a side arm throw of the barrel behind the ball. Okay? And the path that arm and hand take controls how the bat moves through there. Okay? So we look at Landon. We look at hitters. They tend to really load that elbow up, keep it really bent. And Landon has a little bit of a nice little power move with the barrel. Let's see if I can see it live. It's hard to notice. Right there. Kind of tips that barrel and cocks it. Right there, which is a nice natural deal. And you can see he's in a similar position here as Adrian. The barrel's kind of cocked forward. And then as he drops in, Landon does a real good job of keeping barrel on top of hand, a really steep position. One of the big differences we see, though, is, and it makes Landon swing too long, is Landon gets real wide at the elbow. Okay, so when I look at a swing, I'm looking at a skeleton. Okay, I'm looking at bones and joints, and then I understand how the muscles move that skeleton. Okay, and so you look at this angle he's got versus that. You see that, Landon? That wide elbow makes the swing longer. Okay, now he keeps the barrel up, which keeps the bat pretty light. Usually kids that widen out that much. And I'm surprised this barrel, especially, that one's really steep, is that steep and that good. Okay, that's really good. In terms of the steep, but the back arm's too wide. Okay, make contact. Now watch how quick Adrian's hands turn over, Landon. Watch this. Boom. His hands have already snapped over. You're kind of just, look at this. Look at this one on the bottom left. Never turn it over. Off the tee, we threw it so, not really. Live, we never do turn them over. See the difference?
Yeah. I
Okay.
see that.
So here is the perfect throwing motion. It's right here. Just like our out of the glove move. It's out of the glove. The elbow slots in here really bent, and then it whips out. We throw, and then we extend and pronate. Anytime you make a throw, your hand turns outward like this. That's pronation. So a sidearm throw, that's pronation. It works over the top. Yeah. So when we hit, the rollover is just simply the natural finish of the throw. And the better the hitter, the faster you roll over after contact. It's evidence of whip effect. Instead of dragging the bat through, you pop the towel, crack the whip. Okay?